So it's been over 72 hours since I got my Ray-Ban display glasses. Actually, I got them the morning that they released on Tuesday. The experience of having these glasses has been pretty surreal. It's been very different than what I expected it to be, both in good ways and in some bad ways as well. The first thing that people have been asking me the most is, are these glasses really that different from the Ray-Ban Metas? Like, do I have any different use cases for them, especially for the people who have the Ray-Ban Meta, either Gen 1 and now the Gen 2 that came out? How different are these glasses? Like, the screen makes all the difference. And wow, my use case for these are completely different actually. First thing is the wristband battery life lasts longer than the glasses. This is double at least. So the first night that I got it, I wanted to use them as much as humanly possible because I was really excited. And I used the screen the entire time basically. I posted a photo of my glasses on Instagram and asked people what I should do. And the first thing they said was, can you check if video chat actually works on WhatsApp? So I did try that. It was so lovely actually. I really enjoyed the video call feature on WhatsApp. What you'll see is a video feed of someone in the glasses, whoever you're talking to, and then you'll also see the feed of what they see. What they see is whatever you're looking at. I was walking my dog and I was walking with my friends. I had them try the glasses on. They were like, whoa. They were like, well, there's really someone in there. I'm like, yeah. And it was so funny because my friend was waving goodbye to the person that was on the call in the glasses. He was like, I have to go now, bye. And I'm like, he can't see you. He can only see what you're looking at unless you go like this. Yeah, the video chat feature does work and it's really awesome. Basically, I used it all up. Like, I had the screen on the whole time, and I would say the total runtime I was able to use on these glasses from 100% battery to like pretty much 0% was maybe like 3.5 to 4 hours of constant like screen use, which is the video chat, live AI, playing games on it, etc. With live AI and cooking, having a screen made such a big difference. Trying to make high protein baked oats, I was like, I want something with egg whites, Greek yogurt, and an oatmeal. And then it started telling me like recipes that included all these other things. And I was like, no, I don't want these things in it. But because I was using live AI, it would show me the recipe and then you can swipe through the recipe. Like, so every single time it would come up with a new recipe until I found a recipe that I like. Now, the problem with using that was the screen only stays on for a certain amount of time and then eventually it turns off. So when I did that while I was to turn the screen back on, it would not go back to the recipe. It would just start back at the home menu. And so then I'd have to redo the whole thing. Like, can you give me a recipe that blah, 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 blah. I did post about this experience on Threads and someone tagged a product person at Meta who works on the Meta Rayban display glasses. And apparently they are aware of this and they're working to resolve it so that when you are using live AI or you had something that you were talking about previously, when you turn the screen back on, it'll go back to that. Do you feel dizzy at all? No, I have not felt dizzy at all. Actually, that's a great question about the display. But first, actually, let me show you this. So you do have to wear the band a little bit tight to get it to work. I don't know if I need to wear it this tight, but that was something I started noticing as I'll have like marks on my hand. The display itself, how does it feel? It's really good quality. There were some things I was kind of disappointed by with first using it, because I was expecting all of the things that they showed at Meta Connect to be available when I got these glasses. Like, I stood in line to get these. I was like hoping to be able to try like the writing feature that Mark showed during Meta Connect. And then also, like, you know, there's a little Instagram icon in the menu. So I thought I'd be able to click on that and be able to like scroll through Instagram or something. Nope, you can't do either of those at the moment. I believe the writing feature is something that they're going to release in a future update. And then on Instagram, when you open the Instagram app on the glasses, it just shows your messages. So WhatsApp is on there and Instagram, and all you can see when you press those is the messaging feature, nothing else at the moment. And then you can't even open up your text messages. You can only open calls, but you can see new text messages that come in through the notification screen. So there is definitely a lot more like efficiency that they can do with the software and like the apps and stuff, but hardware itself so far has been pretty good. The screen's good, and actually, so I had a friend send me a link to an Instagram reel on WhatsApp, and I could actually press that link and it would pop open the reel and I could watch the reel. It looks good quality. There's no hiccups on it or anything, but I still can't scroll. So I'm hoping, like, it seems like they're capable of having Instagram reels and stuff be visible or viewable on there, but it's not available currently. Yeah, so I guess to answer your question on if the screen made me feel dizzy, no, it didn't make me feel dizzy. It was quite high quality, but it is only on your right eye. If you're using it consistently, like how I used it when I first got it, it does cause a bit of fatigue on my eye. I found myself like going like this, like closing my left eye to just give it a little bit of reprieve. It's a bit weird to do that. That said, I didn't get dizzy. I could read everything well. I would not have like used it so extensively when I first got it if I had a bad experience. So no, did not make me feel dizzy. One of the coolest things about these glasses is it's not obvious at all. Like, I actually took it to an event. I went to like a conference. I got the glasses on Tuesday and I went to a conference on Wednesday, and like notifications popping up on my lens, doing all the things on my lens. Nobody even batted an eye. Like, you cannot tell. Like, they're extremely discreet. The like movements that you have to do is so minimal. Like, I actually realized after using it for a little bit that I was overdoing my movements. I was like really trying to swipe. No, you can actually just go like this. Like, you could do such tiny little movements and it does capture it. And you don't have to do it like with your hands up, which is what you want to do. You can actually just keep your hands by your side and just keep it very minimal. I was at this event and parts of the event were not as interesting. There's like a presentation and I was getting really sleepy, shall I say, and I didn't want to fall asleep because that would be rude. So I opened the Hyperscape game on my glasses and I played that game during the presentation so I wouldn't fall asleep, and no one, like literally no one even batted an eye. Like, you could not tell. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's my Hyperscape story. Is there any way to use ChatGPT on your phone with this? No, absolutely not. These glasses are, well, let me say this. So it does act similar to, I actually have some Ray-Bans here, some Ray-Ban Metas. So it does act similar to your Ray-Ban Metas, that you can just Bluetooth to your phone and you could talk to it like normal. So for example, we could listen to audiobooks and all that stuff. So if you had ChatGPT app open on your phone, and you were just using it as the standard speaker, I guess, or like headphones to your phone, then yes, you could use ChatGPT. But right now, the software ecosystem seems pretty closed and locked up. Would stereoscopic display make that much of a difference over monocular? Yeah, I would think so. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I said I took this to a conference and I was probably the coolest person there because I had them. I was showing them off to everybody. I was like, you must put my glasses on. And they thought it was crazy. Actually, people told me that they didn't even realize that these were like special or anything because they look, I mean, yes, they're chunky. They're definitely chunky glasses, but they don't, like, hang on, let's do a quick comparison. I can't see my camera. Oh gosh, my camera's dying. Okay, well, the stream's gonna be a lot shorter than I thought it would be. So that's not bad. Like, yes, it's a little thicker, but is it that much thicker? I don't know if it is. I think this is just like a black lens, black frame versus like a brown one. Now, where you will see a little bit of the, a little bit more. Actually, I don't know. You tell me. Like, does that look like? No, I don't think so. It looks. You all tell me. Does this look this one much bigger than this? So anyway, when I was at this conference, people were like, wait, what? I could not tell. I had no idea that was, you can kind of see though. Do you see this like stripe right here? Where the display is showing a little bit? Yeah, so you can a little bit tell. And sometimes when I have these on, I almost feel like my there might be like a little smudge on it because I went and showed this to everybody. The thing that I ended up showing people the most actually was the video, like the camera and video feature, because I think everyone wanted to know how good the display is, and the easiest way to show them how good the display is, how good it looks. And people were really impressed. Actually, everyone was just like, how much is this? They're like, how do I get one? How did you get one? Like, everyone was going bananas over it. Like, it is actually that good. If you have not tried it, you should definitely try it. I do have quite a bit of things that I did not like about it though, that I still need to get through. But is it clear to see the screen in the sun? Yes. It's really interesting because it is actually both visible and transparent at the same time. Like, I've been walking around with them. I walk my dog in the afternoon, full sunlight, and yes, you can definitely see it. You can change the display brightness in the glasses pretty easily too. So yeah, you can totally see it. The interesting thing is, like, if the screen is in front of you, like, you are focused on it, but sometimes you need to shift your attention to whatever is happening around you in the world. It's very easy to do that. Like, of course, you know that there's like a little screen in front of you, but it's not disruptive to your view. Like, it's not like I don't know how to, does that make sense? Like, yes, there's a screen there, but if you didn't want to pay attention to the screen and just focus on the world around you, you could very easily do that. Also, the screen does turn off after, I think, like maybe 10-15 seconds. You can control the glasses from the glasses themselves without the wristband. This is a touchpad and you can fully control all the apps from what I can tell so far. I have not had any issue, but you can fully control all of the apps from the side. You don't need to wear a band. I've not had any complaints. It doesn't get like really hot or anything. It's not super heavy. Like, it's been a very pleasant experience. It does fall on my face a little bit when I go like this. Maybe I just don't have enough of a nose, but I did get these. And it keeps it on my head a little bit better, so when I look down it doesn't slide down. Does Google Music work on them with album art? It's only Spotify. I think you can do Apple Music. I didn't see any Google Music, but you can see the album art, and you can also like change the volume and all those things. Yeah, but yes, answer, if you can see album art on the music apps that are on there, yes, totally. What types of apps would I like to see on there in the future? Okay, I think I would love to see so many more games on this, actually. And for those that missed my story earlier, was at a boring conference or presentation. I didn't want to fall asleep, so I started playing games. The one game that's on these glasses during it, which was Hyperscape, and no one noticed, and it was great. I had a blast. I would love to see more games on this because I could totally see myself just like when you're bored, like you're waiting in line for something and you just need something to do to entertain yourself without having to pull out your phone. It's pretty entertaining, and I don't know. Games must. I don't know, what apps do you guys want to see on this? How is the UI? Okay, so yeah, UI and the control system is a really great question. The UI is really simple. It's pretty intuitive. Actually, you know what it reminds me of? Oh man, did anyone ever have like the old Sony Ericsson phones back in the late 2000s? And do you remember how simple the UI is? Just like a couple of buttons and that's it, just a couple of screens. It was so simple. That's what's on here right now, and I think that's good because it makes it really easy to navigate through. But you can definitely tell this is like early version, but even for an early version, they're pretty awesome. And then, the controls with the neural band, how fast did I get acquainted to that? Like, extremely fast. I was basically used to it within like minutes, really. I don't know why, but it's so, I feel like the movement control, so you swipe left like this, swipe right like this, and then you scroll down like this, and then you go up that way. And then the only thing that is a little weird is you can't do this to click, which I feel like I want to do this to click, press my thumb down, but to click you actually have to go like this, and then to go back you do middle finger to thumb. So yeah, the control's super easy to get used to. The other thing that I don't like about them is they are they're pricey. Like, they're kind of reasonably priced, but they're still pricey. So for example, I went to a concert last night. It was above and beyond for anyone who wants to know, and my friends were surprised because I've been talking about these glasses nonstop since I got them, and they were like, why did you not bring it to the concert? Don't you want to record with it? I just was too worried to drop them and step on them or something. Like, they're not cheap. I don't really want to bring them to an environment where I'm like dancing and stuff. So I guess that's the bad. Like, I felt way more comfortable bringing my regular Ray-Ban Metas, even though these are also not the cheapest, but they're like less than half the price of the Meta displays. I don't know, I guess, how safe do you feel? And how much do you trust yourself to not break your stuff? When you get a chance, how accurate is fast is the translation? The captioning is actually really fast. I haven't tried it to watch TV yet, but like the caption is quite fast. We did try it in a quite very loud environment. So I was at a networking event, and everyone was like, ugh, and it was able to pick up enough words, but it did miss some. But it did give the captioning quite fast. I didn't do translations yet. I have to download that part of it, but I'll try it later. And I'll probably do a part 2, I don't know, of this live stream. Who do you think these glasses are right for right now? Oh, actually, I know the answer to this question. The person, like one of the people that was getting their glasses at the same time as me, he was, like I just was chatting with him because we were standing in line for so long. He's a chef, and apparently he uses his Ray-Ban Meta glasses all the time because he's always working with his hands. It's like always touching like raw meat, etc. And so as soon as the displays came out, he was like, I'm getting these ASAP. So people that work with their hands a lot, I would say would benefit incredibly from this. But like the screen feature is so good. It's weird because I do use this quite differently from the regular Ray-Ban Metas, and I guess I'll explain. With the regular Ray-Ban Metas, I usually use it for like audio, for like calls, taking photos, videos, you know, all the usual things. Even though it has AI built into it, sometimes talking to AI is annoying. Like they answer so slowly, and you're just like, I'm bored, like, you know, get to the point. But the great thing with the displays is that they don't need to tell you the answer. They just like pop it up on the screen, and it pops it up. Like I said, when I asked for the recipe, it showed me like several different it was like different screens that you can swipe through. Like it gets more and more detailed through the recipe as it goes on. So I was actually really impressed with the results of AI, and I could see myself using AI like to ask questions and get like answers on this way more than I would do on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, just because the ability to get the answers in a visual medium is more natural to us. Like we all search on Google, we search on our phones. It's just a much more natural way to get information than having to listen to AI talk to you about it. If you've tested any AR Chinese glasses like Inmo Air and Rayneo, yes. Okay, I have actually. I've tried a couple of those. I did do the Inmo Go. I have a video on that. And yeah, the difference in the display is very different. A lot of these ones that you're talking about, like the smart glasses coming out of China, they are just green text. It's all text and it's just green. This is not that. This is like full color photos, videos, all the things. It's not just like green text. And so that does make a huge difference. Like I said, one of the features I'm looking forward to is being able to scroll reels or watch videos. And it is something you could do on this. I wouldn't watch like a movie on it or something really long, because I think you would get fatigued from having the display only on one eye. But you could definitely do like quicker, like scrolling through things. You can look through the photos that you've taken on the glasses quite easily too. Like you can scroll through them. They're all in there. It's completely different. So when I've seen people talking about how they're like, oh, I'll just get the Rayneo or one of these other glasses, it's not even on the same playing field in any way, shape, or form. It's I'm looking forward to seeing what other features get released on this, because I think it'll be very clear just how much more this is capable of than those glasses. Also, the neural band on this makes it using it so easy and seamless. Again, I've had these other glasses, and I wouldn't say all of them have this issue, but like sometimes controlling it through the display, the input system is just not great. But with the neural band is like 10 out of 10. How's the latency with the live translation? It's pretty good. I'll look. Okay, I'm going to watch some K-drama. I'll watch some anime or something, and I'll have it translate in real time, and I will report back, because I feel like that is the best way to know how fast the latency is on this, is by watching something on TV. And if I can keep up with the show, then it's good. Like that's like peak. Whether or not I can read that fast is a different story, but I will try that and I'll let you all know. Oh, yes. I wish there was a way for people to make apps for them. Not me, but my company would make so many apps for them. I do think that they said at Meta Connect that they're going to open this up during the developer keynote. They said that I think they were going to open up the like the ecosystem so people can develop apps for them. But I'm really looking forward to that. I think the potential of these glasses is huge, and we can definitely get a lot more out of them if people were able to develop for them. Okay, I do have these glasses and my Ray-Ban Metas at the same time. Let's do it. This is the band. You need to make sure that this is pointing towards you. So I'm gonna put it here, and you put it past the bone of your arm. I mentioned this earlier, but like you do need to put this somewhat tight. Maybe I'm doing it too tight, but my arm always has some marks after. And then you do like a long press and hold until this vibrates and has a little white LED, and that means it's paired up. So you do a double tap to turn it on. Oh, that's nice. Okay, and here I'm gonna use it in real time. So I'm gonna sit back a little bit. You can see me use it in real time. So I'm scrolling. So I'm going into the brightness now, and then turning up the brightness because it's sunny in here, but I can't see it. Although if I look at the direct sunlight at peak brightness, it does get a little bit washed away. Or to turn off the display, do that. Turning on the display. Okay, it's pretty loud. At max volume, it's quite loud. Test my other glasses. Let's just go glasses hopping here. This sounds pretty good. Yeah, I had it at peak brightness. Peak brightness, by the way. So did you see the lenses? You couldn't. Let's do it one more time, actually, for anyone that wasn't paying attention. All the motions I'm doing, like you're seeing me do it, this is it. Like this is working flawlessly. Like this minimal movement I'm doing, this is the amount of motions that you need to do with it. Yeah, so I am actually kind of see, I guess, if I shake my head a little bit, but this is max brightness on this glasses. You can't even see anything. It's, I wonder, oh wait, there. A tiny bit, but like, dang, I had to get all up close in your personal space for you to see it. If you're looking at this display, does it feel natural to only see the display in one eye? No. I feel like a pirate. Like, no, it does not feel like natural. I mentioned earlier, like the monocular display is not my favorite. I would say it's not terrible, so it's not like a deal breaker, and I've gotten used to it. But would I prefer to? Yes, definitely. Although it makes it easier to look at the real world with only one display, if that makes sense. So if I had to switch my focus from the display to the outward world, it's so much easier because this one is perfectly clear, and then there's just like a little tiny thing that you're looking past in your glasses. And I wonder how it will feel if it does have both displays. I think that would be a little more distracting than having only on one.